Hey, what's going on? I'm Nate, and on today's 2 hour grind, I'm going to be looking at some more G.I. Joe classifieds. This line has been pretty great so far. I own quite a bit, but there's still room for more, right? There's always room for more figures. Maybe not so much. I am still missing some here and there, and this is my most recent hauls. This is going to be the next 10 or so figures. I'm going to probably break them down into two-part videos. This will be part one. So the G.I. Joe Classifieds line has been pretty sick. It is, the first one up is number 39, Tiger Force Outback. Outback was always one of my favorites. The Tiger Force Outback from the vintage, like old school, is one of the UK exclusive guys. One of them that still eludes me. I'm only missing a few of the Tiger Force. I didn't buy any of the classified Tiger Forces to open. I do have them. I did end up pre-ordering them from Target back in the day, but so I already have most of them. Minus, I'm missing a Duke and Ram. One of the reasons I went to Ross anyway was trying to find that one, but I came home with this one. I do not have like the OG Outback on my shelf, so this will be one of the only Tiger Forces that'll make it on there. All right, so we got Tiger Force Outback. Tiger Force Outback number 39. Pretty rad figure. Holsters. Got his pistol goes into. Looks like his shovel. Or no, his flashlight, right? So he's got the flashlight like the old school vintage ones. They all had that flashlight that had the little peg stuck in the side of his leg. One of the harder parts to get for him. I do need to get a vintage one of these guys, a vintage Outback. So, feels good. Articulation, of course. All the G.I. Joe classifieds are hitting it out of the park in that department. Shovel on one side. Oh, his rifle. It's interesting. The flashlight. Knife's got a little holster as well. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Getting him ready to go up on the shelf next. Rifle pretty much the same as the old school one. I know the little band would break on it all the time, so finding a complete one with the band was not always the easiest thing to do. I've had quite a few in my hands. It's an awesome vintage figure too. All right, Tiger Force Outback. What's next? We've got Nunchuk, number 80. Just got him in the mail from good old Amazon. All right, we got Nunchuk. Pretty cool, lots of holsters for all of his swords, nunchucks, knives. Got some very tight joints to start. Ninjas were always some of my favorite when the original line. You got out right around the Ninja Force was dropping in the like the Street Fighter. So I did have a few. Of course, I own most of them now, but knife, swords. I guess it depends on the direction that they're facing. I should have been able to go in both ways. Looks the same. Got some cool claws, climbing claws, cutting claws, something. Doing those. I know all the like OG ones came with the claws, right? One of my favorites. I'd run around pretending they were Wolverine. You know, that was about the time of the Wolverine animated series. He's got some slots for the nunchucks. I like it. Every weapon has a spot accounted for. I can fit this thing. It's like Michelangelo putting nunchucks on his belt. Not the easiest thing to do. Once they're in there, but getting that first little piece in, it's kind of tough. It's because of the, I guess, the detail of the little snake. It's like a snake. So his mouth is open, so you got to make sure you get that around before, or get that in before pushing it through. Once it gets through that little part. It's a cool little detail though. Headband popped out once. Hopefully it'll stay in this time. And that other set of claws. Yeah, his joints are nice and tight to start with. That's good. Alright, nunchuck all geared up. Holsters for swords. Nunchucks. Rad to add to the ninja force. I like it. Alright, what figure's up next? Alright, Lowlight. Number 86. And we have Lowlight. Lowlight is pretty rad. One of my, he was awesome when I was a kid. The sniper, he had the cool sniper rifle. Had the little bipod that went missing all the time. I like how they included a bipod in here, just so in case you want to feel nostalgic, you can just lose it real quick. Boop. No, it's pretty awesome. I love the attachments for the guns. I like the case. I liked it when I was a kid. Bullhorn had like the case and they had all the guns to come out and put it together. Like that was cool feature. So it's nice that they included something similar for this. So his rifle pack. Probably hook his backpack through it, I guess, to put them both on his back. Or it's got a handle so he can carry it. His red goggles. The paint job's a little crooked on them. But other than that, pretty cool. I guess whatever this little thing is. Little like communication device, phone, I don't know what it is. It's kind of like a fan up at the top. Slides right in there. Seems when I opened them, I may have misplaced the knife. Alright, we got a knife. Slides right in that holster. It's got a cool little, I don't know what it is. Looks like a little pistol, submachine gun. Magazine that can go in, right? Because this doesn't. Yeah. It's pretty awesome. Pretty rad little gun. Put together the sniper rifle because this is what he's going to have in his hands on the shelf. The bipod just snaps in. I thought I had it right the first time. Sniper rifle's pretty rad. Knife in pocket. A little communication device in pocket. It's got a backpack. Probably not really where it's supposed to stow, but that's where I'm going to stow it. This can go in the storage bin. Awesome, all geared up, low light. Pretty cool. Kind of wish my goggles weren't off. So the paint job is just a little crooked. Throws me off when looking at them. Other than that, pretty awesome. Solid. Another solid figure from G.I. Joe Classifieds line. Here we got next. Shooter. This was one of the Walmart exclusives, number 90. The Night Force, so Walmart's done a couple of these so far. We got Shooter. Out of the box, she has a gas mask on. Looks like when you take it off, her hair comes off with it. Still has a face. Two different hair types. But you can have like the little bit of bangs hanging down. Or one with like two braids going back. I'll put this one on, how she's advertised on the front of the box. Sniper rifle, pretty cool sniper rifle. Magazine goes into it. Pistol holster. A knife holster up top. I guess you could put her rifle on her back. That's pretty cool. It's a cool little feature. Puts her in there. Put it in their hands though. I dig it. I remember there was not really ever a shooter character in like OG. The OG G.I. Joes, right? I know there was like, I feel like it should go that way, but I don't know. I can't. All right, Shooter all geared up. Pretty cool figure. So not based on anybody from the originals. They did have like a panel in like the OG 80s Marvel comic books, and there was like a computer screen, maybe issue 1 that just says Shooter, but it doesn't really show anybody's face. So they were able to, you know, still use the code name. And it's a pretty cool figure. I like how they're doing a little bit of a Night Force. The Night Force figures are pretty cool. Some of my favorites from the OG line. Some of the most expensive from the OG line as well. Next up we got Cobra Mole Rat. Mole Rat is another one of the Walmart exclusives. Always got to check those packages. Make sure every piece falls out. Almost lost a knife earlier. They really need to bring back file cards. I mean, what is Mole Rat's deal? What's going on with this guy? Can't even look him up. Can't even tell what's happening with him. He's got some kind of like growth coming out of his eyes. I'm gonna switch that head out for the gas mask head. Almost like there was like the zombies that they made in the original lines. Doesn't want to hook in, huh? There we go. All right, switch his head out. Pretty solid. Got a little bit bigger of a build than some of the other figures, thickness-wise. Backpack. Got a hose. The hose actually hooks into the side of the gas mask, it looks like. Lantern. Have to look it up. Looks like a blaster. Another hose. This one goes from there to there. It's got some cool hoses hooked up. I'm thinking about the OG Crocmaster or you know, Cobra Commander with the metal mask, and they all had like cool mouth breathing pieces. One of the things that they always added in G.I. Joe. So to get those little hoses in this, you know, they're playing on that nostalgia still every single time. I know I've said it a couple times, but they are definitely pumping it up. I don't know this. I mean, this guy didn't have a figure back then, but it's pretty cool. So it looks like he's got a detector of some sort. So he's sweeping down underneath, finding those crystals that infect him. Alright, so this looks like a two-part gun. It's also got a drill for the front of the gun. Instead of it being a gun, I guess it can be have the drill. So an interchangeable part for the front. It's got the little nub in there. I'm not going to take it back apart. It seems like it's kind of solid, but given this gun, sometimes getting that second joint to bend is not always the easiest. Doesn't want to bend for me. But still kind of get him up to hold on to the second handle. Alright. Drum, little sweeper, lantern, and face with some kind of crystally growth looking stuff coming out of it. Going back in the box, the rest geared up. Got some hoses, got his backpack. Gave him the double-handled machine gun. He doesn't really have any other things anywhere to hook. I guess you can hook the lantern or maybe the mine detector, the sweeper. I guess it's not really for mines. It might be for the other stuff. You can hook that on there. Looks like he's got a hook over here. Maybe that should be... No. Hook it up any way you want, I guess. I'm not sure. Kind of fits nicely there, but so did the mine sweeper. I think the lantern's going to go away, but this one will go. Hook it down here. Maybe it's for the drill. Yeah. Nope, not for the drill either, so... Or if it is, I couldn't figure it out. Alright, Mole Rat. Walmart exclusive, I believe. Might have been able to grab them other places. Number 94. Just another number for the Cobra to throw at the Joes, right? Don't really have a backstory on him. Have no idea who he is or what he does. They need to bring back file cards, right? Pretty cool little batch of figures today on the 2-hour grind. We had a mole rat, Lowlight, Outback, Shooter, and Nunchuk. I'm pretty stoked with these. They're going up on the shelf. Part 2 of this is coming up soon because I got another 6 sitting here, so I'm going to roll through them as well. Thanks for stopping by. If you like this kind of stuff, give me a like, give me a follow, any of those cool spots. Keep an eye out for the G.I. Joe Classifieds. I'd recommend picking them up. If you see them, I know if you haven't bought them yet and you're like on the fence, go check out Ross or one of those TJ Maxx or Ollie's, one of those like discount places, because a lot of these things are showing up a little bit cheap right now, so it's a cheap buy-in. See if you like the line as much as I do. Get collected, man. These are cool figures. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I'm Nate, and this was the 2-hour grind.